Hello besties, welcome to the Weekly Chronicle, where we chronicle our journey through the books we've read, the shows we've watched, and the worlds we've spiraled into. I'm Tabatha.
And I'm Sharilyn. Grab a beverage and let's get booking with the besties.
Cheers! What you got in the cup?
Coffee, cold brew, pumpkin foam.
Is it pumpkin? You
Sure
just lie to
is.
the people?
Pecan foam, pecan cold foam.
Pecan.
It's the same thing I had last week.
Sweet.
No nut comments. What do you have? What'd you get?
I have the vanilla sweet cream cold brew, so cheers again. We're not awkward, you're awkward.
I wasn't gonna use the A word.
All right, Miss Finished so many things this week. What you got?
I had an excellent reading week. I finally was feeling like myself again, and yeah, I just crushed a bunch of books because that's how you do. So first I had The Fisherman by John Langan, and this was really good.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Okay, good.
Yes, it's short, but it packs. It's nice and meaty. It packs a good punch. It is a story of a man and a fisherman and his friend, who also is a fisherman. They've both just gone through tragic losses, and they are grappling with grief and processing the loss that they've each just experienced. And they become buddies fishing, and they find out about a spot. Are they in the Appalachia? They're in New York. They're in upstate New York. And they find out about a fishing spot that may or may not, no, it definitely does, have a story behind it. So, partway through our story of our fisherman, we get the story behind the fishing spot. And it is very fascinating. I really liked the story in the story. Good. Yes. Yeah, that whole thing, very interesting, very neat. I was here for it. And then we conclude the story of the fishing spot and then continue on to the fishing spot, and it's very good, very fantastic, very good.
Gruel.
Yeah, I gave it about 4 stars. I'm still trying to figure out kind of like where I was like, it's either just below or just above 5, or not 5, 4 stars. I was like, there's just something that didn't like.
Yeah, same.
You know, yeah, you get it.
Yeah, because I loved the first part, and I loved the last part, personally. And it was just, and I would need to reread it to see if the middle part worked better the middle. It's like 2/3 of the book.
It is chunky. Yeah, it's a good chunk is that story within the story about this place.
And I loved the fisherman and his friend and their relationships so much, and their grief and the way that the grief was handled. So like when we pulled away from them and went into that, I lost a lot of care when I was reading it. So I'd have to reread it to see how I feel about that.
Yeah, I had a different experience, but yeah, I can't figure out what it is that was just kind of like, it was good. It was solid, but not more than
But not like a new favorite.
But not a new favorite, yeah. But still, yeah.
I think that's where I landed too. I still gave it, I think I gave it like a 3.5 and then rounded up to 4.
Yeah. So there's that. It is a good horror novel. I don't know when it's from, if it's a bit of a classic. Nope, it's 2016. It's recent. Yeah. Just been hearing some things about it here and there, so gave it a shot. And yeah, I mean, I'm not mad that I read it. I did enjoy it. I don't know, there was something about the ending.
Yeah.
That I was just kind of like, give or take. It was weird. Yeah.
I loved the first part. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I think honestly the middle story was my favorite part. So maybe it was the coming back out of it that I was like, eh. I was like, no, I liked that part.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. It was definitely a good read. So
Sweet.
That was The Fisherman. The next I completed was Empire of the Vampire. Lovely. Oh my gosh, so good. So much happened in the bit that I was where I had left off to where I just finished it. A lot happened, lots of stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for book 2. I think I also gave this one 4 stars, but like it was like a solid like, yes, that was good. I don't know, rating things is weird sometimes. Anyway, it was a great time. I loved the story, I loved the characters, I loved the atmosphere. There were some good twists. There were some things I saw coming, but still like that they happened, like, but I wasn't mad that I could like predict it. It was the right progression for the story. So it felt good. Yeah, again, I love his writing style. I love his characters. I love snarky, cheeky vampires, and it's just fantastic.
And it made you like vampires more, so
it did make me like vampires more, so big win there. Next I finally finished Black River Orchard by Chuck Wendig, and I just laugh at myself that like where I left off was literally like a giant turning point in the story, and I was having a great time, and I suddenly fell off. That was just me. And so I picked back up, and I was like, oh my gosh, like everything that happened was insane. Lots of horrific, unsettling.
Yep.
Just, oh gosh. There was so many elements that just turned out so well. Yeah, that were just like creepy and unsettling.
It definitely is a very unsettling book.
Yes, and I think it wrapped up well, and I really liked the ending.
Yes, awesome.
So, yes, I definitely recommend this one. It is chunky, but it reads so well.
Very quickly.
So quickly. So,
and also your like weird ability to just like stop a book at like 85%. Like, girl, you have like 15% left of a book, and you're just like,
I'll come back later.
I don't understand.
I don't either. No, but what was funny this week is like I was like trying to finish everything, and also I was like, but there are all these other things I want to start.
Yes.
And my friend was like, oh my gosh, just finish the book. Finish a book. And then start. But finish the book. Okay, finish a book. So not quite that intense. That is my interpretation. My artistic rendition. But no, I was like, okay, you're right. Finish something. And so I finished all the things, because then I finally
another book that you left
this was the first book I started this month, and it is the last book I finished. I took all month with a giant hole in the middle to read this book, and it is Kingdoms of Death.
And you got like 2/3 of the way through it, right?
Yeah. I was a solid chunk through it, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna back off.
And that was probably like week 1.
Yeah, like that was the beginning of the month. So and then my everything, it was just like, nope. Yeah. So anyway, so this one, it was still 4 stars. Like pretty much everything has been, this I think I gave this one 5 stars. I loved this one. This one I gave 4 stars. So books 1, 2, and 3 were like progressing for me, but this one kind of like fell back a little bit, because the beginning chunk of this book, the whole time I was just asking, why are we here? And so that is actually kind of what took me out. And like by the time we got to some progression and some change, and like it was really a big deal, I wasn't appreciating it, because I was like, I'm kind of burnt out right now. So that beginning chunk that I'm still kind of like, what was the point? Still, that kind of brought the rating down for me in that experience. But then, where we went and where we ended and where we're gonna launch off into is still classic Sun Eater. But then I'm also noticing some patterns in Rockio's writing that part of me is like, can we change it up? I'm like, come on, man. Like, just of like the layout of the story in the book. But it's still great. There are a lot of things that happened that like I was like, I'm like, back and forth.
I mean, you still gave it a 4 star. That's a pretty good review.
It's very solid. Yes. So I had been getting more on board with Hadrian's melodrama, but now I was like, homie, come on, dude. Like,
oh no.
I went back to the being like, bruh, seriously. So hopefully it'll grow on me again, because he stays that way. It's not going anywhere. But yeah, fantastic. Yes, definitely excited for the next book. And whew, goodness gracious, we're really ramping up. Like, we were already ramping up, and now we're like really ramping up. Need you to read this, because oh my gosh.
The thing is, I am in a weird spot where I'm just in a fucking weird spot.
Yeah, that's
okay?
fair. I get it.
And
I get it.
Yeah, no, I know you get it. It's just, I'm not able to focus on an audiobook right now.
Oh.
It's really weird. Like,
That
a lot
is
of people
weird.
complain about, like, I can't focus on an audiobook. And unless it's, like, a thriller or, like, a really, really easy audiobook, like I have here, a middle grade book, quite literally.
Nice.
And so, unless it's one of those, then I have had to, like, I had to restart each of these
Oh, yeah.
when I got to the 3rd mark. I think I'm gonna have to just physically read them until my issue gets fixed or whatever. Like, maybe I have to just get involved enough in each of the books before I can do the audiobook for them. But it's not even just Sun Eater. It's also a book we'll talk about in the upcoming one. But I also got a third of the way through that book and then realized I had not been paying attention.
Oh.
And I had to restart it
I
twice.
did. That was an odd thing I was realizing with this book, is that there were times when I would zone out and then I would come back, and I was noticing that his writing is very descriptive.
Yeah.
In that, like, it's not like so much like the flowery detail type. It's just the kind of like, ooh, the word I came up with. It's very cinematic. Like, he's like showing you everything in every moment. And so sometimes it just gets to be too much and I'll zone out. Just as he's saying details that are kind of like give or take, because it's the scene that he's painting. So it's like there was a moment that happened in here that could have been like he walked down the road and it was like, here's all these things all around, everything happening at once. And so I kind of zoned out, and then I came back and it was like, we're still here. And then it was like, okay, now we're progressing the story. So there is a lot of that in his writing.
Yeah.
Where it's like that amount of description does kind of take me out sometimes. But then I still come back when the story starts moving again.
Yeah, I even like with eyeball reading, I'm the type of, like, if I miss a word, I have to go back like 4 chapters. I don't know what is wrong with me. I don't know why I do this, but it's like I'm missing something because I missed that. And so I'm getting that issue right now, which I don't normally have that as much with audiobooks because well, generally the books that I've read in the past haven't been as complicated. So it's easier to, like, oh, it's a murder book, like, okay, she went to the grocery store or whatever. Yeah. So that was a weird tangent, but whatever. That's where we are. Anyways.
So what you did do this week.
What I did do this week. I think I did do like a little bit of progress in Demon in White, but not enough. I think I did like a chapter or something that I'm gonna have to reread because
of everything we just said.
Because of everything we just said. But I did do 3 other books, and also I just didn't have time to physically read, and I'll
that's fair. No.
So I did do basically just audiobooks. So Elevation. I like that. Elevation, yep. I actually did physically read this, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Literally the first one I grabbed, I actually did physically read. Because I was going to go take a nap, and this has been on my bedside, like my night table, for months. For literally months. Just because I'm like, it's a short one, I'll eventually get to it. I know everyone, like, kind of hates this book, but I'll read everything Stephen King's written anyway.
Wait, people kind of hate it?
Yeah. I've heard mostly negative reviews on this one, but actually I really liked it. Okay. So this is a dude who starts off and he's like losing a pound a day, but he's not looking any different. Oh, so he talks to his doctor friend in town and he's like, hey, you have a legit doctor scale. I want to show you this. And he's like, how much do you think I weigh? And he's like, I don't know, like this much. And he's like, let me show you. And he weighs like an unreasonably low amount for his height and body. And then he's continuously losing weight. Simultaneously, and this is where I think some of the reviews get negative, is simultaneously a lesbian couple is in town and they have just moved in. They have a restaurant. They have a vegan or vegetarian restaurant. That does not matter. They have a restaurant. And the town is kind of like, about them. And they kind of state it as like, well, if they weren't married, if they weren't like basically like
if they were just roommates.
Yeah, if they were even just partners, because some of them would just call them partners instead of like wives and stuff like that. Okay. And so they were like basically ruining the sanctity of marriage, whatever. And I think a lot of the people I've seen have problems with like him being more of like the savior person, just because he sees people like in a diner talking shit about them, and he's like, hey, maybe fucking don't. And he tries to work towards being friends with them and going on like a marathon and stuff, and it's very uplifting. It's very positive. But yeah, he's content. Meanwhile, while he's building this relationship, he's also losing a pound a day and doesn't look any different. And so what are the ramifications of that? We have to read to find out.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's a nice, good, solid, like, easy read. And then we have Chuck Tingle's Lucky Day. So this one, we have a event at the beginning, very, very beginning, where highly improbable deaths start happening. So like very wacky, very absurd deaths start happening, and all in one day. And so all of these deaths happen on this day, and then people are living with the ramifications of that. And we have a probability, statistics, knowledge queen, and she knows all of that. She knows a lot of that stuff, and she's also a little bit of an investigator. And so she's investigated this like hotel casino situation, and she knows that there's some weird things going on with them, and probability, they have like the highest statistics of people winning. So she's trying to connect the dots between those items, and it gets wacky. It for sure gets very, very wacky. I had a great time with this one. Chuck Tingle is an auto-buy author for sure. Everything he has is just so unserious, but also serious, because there's discussions in here about like bi erasure. There's discussions in here on judging a book by its cover, things like that. So there's like he packs lots of good discussions within a very unserious thing as well. So that's a lot of fun.
Nice.
And then I also read Kiki's Delivery Service. I thought I've watched this movie, but reading the book, I don't remember any of this. So it's also been a few years since I maybe watched it, so I'm gonna have to rewatch it to see how they align. Yeah. But it was so cute, and it was so fun. It was such a little breath of fresh air. We have a witch who is coming of age, and she has to. It reminds me of like Pokemon, where Ash has to like walk away at like 10 years old. As a literal child.
As a child. Like, who came up with this?
Yeah, and so she has to leave her parents at 12 years old and go find a city to learn things, and then she can come back in a year. And so she becomes a delivery person, and she delivers things, and the magic is all very small, and she has a talking cat, and it's just a freaking great.
It's just very cozy and sweet.
So cozy. It's so sweet. The author wrote it based on a drawing of her daughters. Aww. So it's like got that extra element in there. Yeah, it's got lots of fun, good stories. It's very episodic too. So like I could see it being a book that if you have kids, you could read it to them one episode basically at a time. And it's so good. So good. Yay. And then the last book I finished was The Family Experiment. And I have a tie-in to a current read, so I'm going to talk about The Family Experiment, and then I'm going to pivot to this, if that's okay. Okay.
I mean, yes.
So The Family Experiment follows, it's from John Marrs, okay? And he is probably my favorite thriller author. He does sci-fi thrillers that are very much in the vein of Black Mirror. And so all of them have like some kind of AI technology going crazy. And using it, and then he puts a bunch of people and says, run. So he has like a bunch of people, in each of these stories, he has a bunch of people, like different point of views, and just to see how this what if would play out. So in this one, we're following 5 couples and 1 singleton in a reality show where basically, so the outside world, infertility is a big issue, and then their solution for this, and also there's a lot of poverty issues as well. So infertility, and so they need like in vitro, they need IVF, and that costs a lot of money. So they can't afford that. So they have a reality show where each contestant, each couple, or the one singleton has to raise a AI child.
Oh gosh.
In the metaverse. They have to raise a child that grows up over the course of 9 months. So they have they have it scaled up, and then they like randomly, not randomly, but they have dates where they will age up.
Okay.
So it's not like a gradual.
Like The Sims. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And meanwhile, so they're raising these children over these 9 months, and these children, AI children, and then they are also on a reality show. So this is a reality show. People are watching it. And so like in between chapters, you'll have like advertisements and things like that. It's so fun. So fun. You'll hear like you start with the host telling you all about the show. And I'm wondering if it's just reality in general or if it's like Love Island based in a sense, because so much of it reminds me of Love Island, just because it's like 24/7. You have access to these people. And then in this one, like people can pay extra money and they can be like an AI in the room. And so they can like see things. They can't interact, but they can see things.
Oh wow, that's freaky.
Yeah. And so they are having this competition, and you get some point of views from 12 years ago as well for some characters. And yeah, it is wild. I love his stuff so much. And one thing that I want to tie into this is I make progress in the techniques of the selling writer. And the biggest takeaway I had from the last section was that characters need to have the appropriate ends to their moralities. So if they are a nice character, for it to be satisfying, they need to have some kind of nice ending. If they're a unlikable person or whatever, or they are just genuinely like they're more like they need to have an ending that fits their morals.
Yeah.
And the Family Experiment did that so well. Cool. So like there's a psychopath character. You'll see what happens with that character. Very fitting ending for each of the characters and what their own beliefs are. Some of them, a couple of them I think were maybe unsatisfying, but because there's so many characters too, it's got that like life isn't always satisfying. Some people are going to get away with things. Some people are not going to get away with things. Whatever. And so that was my tie into that book in progress.
Cool deal.
And then the last book I made progress in, this is the one that I read 30% of twice.
Oh.
Twice. And it was just because I kept losing focus because it's about rabbits and I don't care about rabbits.
And what is
It's Watership Down. And I know
it's about rabbits?
It's
the whole book?
It's from the point of view of rabbits. And I know it's supposed to be an allegory. Well, the author says specifically in the intro that it's not an allegory, which just reminded me of like Austin and Richard being like so passionate about the death of the author not being a thing. So like I had that going.
Is it though?
And I'm like, but if everybody agrees that it's an allegory, but the author says it isn't, what do you do with that? So that's what I was and then I would just start thinking about that as I'm listening to this book, and I'm like, you're not even paying attention to the book anymore about the stinking rabbits and their warren that is gonna be on fire or something. I don't know.
Why are you reading it?
For book club.
Oh. Someone else is subjecting you to this.
Someone else is subjecting me to this.
Okay.
Well, it's also, the thing is, I know it's gonna get better. I know it's gonna get better because it's also like really high on the Reddit fantasy standalones.
Oh.
So it's gonna get better.
Yeah.
I know that. I trust the people that it's gonna get better, but right now it's got boring rabbits doing boring rabbit things.
I can't imagine. That's a big book to be about rabbits. I don't know.
Or is it? Or is it not it? Based on your philosophy of death of the author.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't remember if people relate it as far as the allegory, because I'm not looking at into that until I'm done. But I don't remember if it's like World War II, World War I. Oh. It's like a big war for sure. I have not gotten into anything. I have not gotten to anything that would tell me anything about that.
Just rabbits.
They're just hopping around doing rabbit things.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
It's very pretty, but it's also about rabbits. And I have to finish it by Sunday.
Oof. That'll be before this video goes up.
That'll be before this. So by the time
this video goes up,
I will have finished this
somehow, one way or another.
Tomorrow it will be. I will have to get over my audiobook thing. I'm gonna have to immersion read it, and at 2 times speed. It is a 16-hour audiobook.
Okay.
So I have my Saturday plans right here.
Love that for you.
Rabbits.
Well, I finished all of my books, so I don't have anything else I've been reading this week.
Any other media?
I don't think so.
No, me either.
It's football season, so
that's other media.
Yeah, okay, I guess so. Yeah, it's completely non-fiction. But yes, it's football season, so I've been watching. So Sundays are football days, Monday nights are football nights,
what are your
Thursday
teams?
nights. So our team is the LA Rams.
Okay, it's not you quite literally live in DFW. It's not Dallas.
The Cowboys suck. Okay. Yeah,
okay.
It's never been the Cowboys. I don't care about the Cowboys. I'm not sorry for it. Yeah, it is what it is. I didn't care about sports growing up at all. The reason I'm a Rams fan is because of Jose.
Okay.
So,
didn't he also grow up in Texas?
he's from LA.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, they moved here in when he was a kid. But yeah.
I know his family's here, so I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, but yes, he is from LA. He was actually a fan of them before they moved, the fan of the Rams before they moved to LA.
Oh.
They were somewhere else before that. So anyway, that is the team. That is the team. I also am a fan of good football. So regardless of who's playing, if good football happens, I'm cheering. Which is really unfortunate when the Philadelphia Eagles do something really cool and it is bad against the LA Rams. And then you're having to sit there like, that was a great play, but I'm so upset. Yeah, there was some crazy football this past week. Yeah, the Eagles how do I describe this? I'm not a football person, but anyway, the Eagles did a crazy thing and then the game ended and then we switched to the Jets game and the Jets did the same crazy thing.
That sounds crazy.
It was crazy, okay? I was like, what is the probability here of that happening twice in the same day on two different what the heck? But no, that was crazy. Yeah, so Sundays and Monday nights and Thursday nights are all football. So it's incredible.
That's even more impressive.
Yes, I'm so much football taking up so much time and still this happened. So,
Football queen.
Thank you. Yeah, otherwise I don't think I've watched. I didn't watch anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Mm-hmm. I didn't play anything either.
That's cool.
So, what about writing? I didn't do any of that. Did you?
Just for work, so.
No, cool.
Yep.
Here we are.
But we read a lot.
We did.
Read a lot.
Okay.
A lot of books.
Like
a lot was read this week.
This is a number of books, but do you see the pages?
You read 3 books. You completed 3 books. I completed 4 books. That's crazy. Goodness gracious. Anyway, do we have something else to talk about?
Oh, actually.
Let's wait until the very end of the episode to celebrate that we have officially hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yes. And so we...
Woo!
Thank you, first of all. That's
Love y'all.
Awesome. We have a great community. Love all of your comments. So for our celebration for 1,000 subscribers...
This is confetti.
We are going to be doing a live Q&A / giveaway of some of our favorite indie reads. We're going to be doing that on October 8th. What time are we doing that at?
In 7 p.m. Central Time?
7 Central. There we go.
7 Central.
And then, so we have 4 indie books here. Each of us have chosen 2. If you're wanting to enter the giveaway, you can just let us know which ones you're interested in. You can enter in more than one, and we'll just add you to whatever those spinner wheels are. So the first one is Sword of Kaigen. This is a previous Spiffbo winner, and if you've heard anybody's indie recommendations ever, you have heard this one, so that one. And then Discovery, which is a cosmic horror, also indie book. All of these are. Why do I keep saying that? But yes, cosmic horror indie book written by the folks over at Talking Story.
And then my couple of favorites from this year have been Mushroom Blues, which was a Spiffbo 10 runner-up, right?
Yep.
This year. And oh, this is so good. It's so weird. Very, very interesting world building.
Punk.
Yes, fungal punk, clearly mushrooms, and some really good character work, some really good character journeys, and plus murder mystery investigation. So a lot of my favorite stuff right there. And then also the winner of Spiffbo 10 by Blood by Salt. This one is a military fantasy. It's got some really good, again, character work, really good journey. Yep.
Sweet. So these are the 4 indie books we will be giving away.
So let us know which ones you're interested in.
Yep.
And leave us a little confetti emoji with it so that we
can see it very easily. That's a good one. That's
a good idea. Yeah, one of the little confetti emojis, and then just let us know which book or books you want to enter for.
Yes. All right, that's all the announcements, I believe.
I think so.
Cool.
I hope
we
so.
are forgetful people. So
we sure are.
There's a chance it's not.
And even if you don't want to enter the giveaway, still leave us a little confetti emoji to let us know you're hanging out.
Yeah, let us know what you guys have been up to this week as well.
Yeah, that's it. Our scrolls are sealed for now, but the tale continues next week. Until then, read bravely, binge boldly, and don't forget your brew. Cheers besties.